Hi, my name is Michael Bozeman. I'm an SPTA at South University. In today's video, I'll be discussing various goniometry measurements and manual muscle tests. In the first portion of my video, I'll be taking you through goniometry measurements. The first one I'll be demonstrating is dorsiflexion. The patient can be in prone. We will start with the knee in 30-degree flexion. Okay, my axis is going to be aligned over the lateral aspect of the lateral malleolus. My stationary arm is going to be aligned with the lateral fibula, and my moving arm, or my distal arm, is going to be aligned with the lateral aspect of the fifth metatarsal. Since we are measuring dorsiflexion, I will have the patient move their foot as far as they can up and hold that. And we will adjust those measurements. And we have a dorsiflexion of 70 degrees. The next goniometry measurement I'll be demonstrating is plantar flexion. Again, the patient can be in prone. We will begin at 30-degree knee flexion. And my axis is going to be on the lateral aspect of the lateral malleolus. My stationary arm is going to be aligned with the lateral fibula. And my moving arm, or my distal arm, is going to be aligned with the lateral aspect of the fifth metatarsal. Since we are demonstrating plantar flexion, I'll have the patient press their foot into plantar flexion and hold that as long as they can. And we're going to get a read of 10 degrees plantar flexion. Next, I will be showing inversion. I will have the patient sit up and I'll have the patient sit in this chair, as the patient needs to be short sitting with their knee flexed to 90. My axis is going to lie on the interior mid ankle in between the malleoli. My stationary arm is going to be on the interior midline of the leg, and my moving or distal arm is going to be aligned with the midline of the second metatarsal. And I will have the patient invert as much as they can. Have an inversion of 20 degrees. Next, I'll be demonstrating eversion. I will have the patient in short sitting, knee flexed to 90. My axis will be on the interior midline of the ankle, in between the malleoli. My stationary arm will lie on the interior midline of the leg, and my distal or moving arm will be on the interior midline of the second metatarsal. I will have the patient evert. For an eversion of 8 degrees. Next, I'll be demonstrating manual muscle tests. First, we will begin with plantar flexors. I'll have the patient stand. Just stand. Okay, I, myself, the therapist, am going to stand in view of the test limb. I will have the patient rise up on toes on one leg, and my commands to the patient are going to be to stand on one leg and come up on the toes as much as you can. For a score of 5 out of 5, the patient will have 25 reps with no rest. A surface can be used for support of 2 to 3 fingers. And I will give a brief demonstration first. It's just going to be up on the toes on one leg, and I will ask the patient to begin. Can you give me 25? No drop. Okay, the patient has performed 25 repetitions of this motion, thus grading her at a grade of 5 out of 5 on plantar flexors. Next, I will be conducting a manual muscle test for dorsiflexion / inversion. I will have the patient resume her short sitting position. And with the patient short sitting, I will bring myself in front of the patient, and I will rest the patient's ankle on my thigh. One hand will be on the posterior ankle, and I will resist the dorsomedial aspect. I will have the patient dorsiflex and invert with relaxed toes. My commands to the patient are going to be to bring your foot up and inward and inward as much as you can in. Okay, go back down. Up and inward. Okay, the patient has completed the range of motion against maximal resistance, grading for a grade 5 out of 5 on dorsiflexion. Next, I will demonstrate inversion. I will have the patient short sitting with a slight plantar flexion. Let me see if okay, short sitting with a slight plantar flexion, and I will stabilize above the malleoli. I will resist on the dorsum and the medial side of the foot at the metatarsal head. I will have the patient invert their foot by commanding them to turn your foot downward and in. And again. Okay, the patient has performed the range of motion against maximal resistance for a grade 5 out of 5 inversion. Next, for eversion, I will have the patient short sitting with the ankle neutral. I will sit in front. I will grab above the malleoli, and I will resist on the dorsum and lateral aspect of the foot. I will command the patient to turn their foot downward and out. Now I'll command the patient to turn their foot upward and out. Now downward and out. Upward and out. The patient has completed the range of motion against maximal resistance, resulting in a grade 5 of 5 eversion. That's all I need from you. You can go. In the last portion of my video, I will be stating all the bones of the ankle and foot, beginning with the tibia, fibula, calcaneus, talus, navicular, cuboid, and your 3 cuneiforms. You got your lateral, your medial, and your intermediate cuneiform. You have your metatarsals and your phalanges, and that's all the bones for the ankle and the foot. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed.